Yappa, chatter, you get me. What's up? How you guys doing? Doing great things. Well, there, because I am an OP too. Now, man, wanna say be boring. I just wanna say is actually just be boring. You know what I mean? Or if you're already a boring person, stay being you. Because in general, all honesty, in all sense, I just come to realize that there is so many people who are not individuals. There's so many people who think the same, behave the same. I'm not talking about like people of the same circumstances, financially, how environmentally. No, I'm not talking about them. It's not about that. It's more of like people follow certain things just because somebody said it's cool. When all actuality is not cool. Let me just say it like that, yeah. Because a lot of people would change themselves to fit something, or they'll change themselves knowing damn well they're uncomfortable with the idea of being this person. Deep that. People are out here changing themselves, knowing damn well they will be uncomfortable being this person just to appease to people who actually don't know them as individuals. Not even people itself, but entertain an interest which doesn't interest them to begin with. So the point is, be boring, stay boring, and you'll be comfortable being yourself. Then you'll be more comfortable being yourself than you'll be comfortable being somebody else. I like that. Anyway, besides that, yeah, the also reason why I'm saying the idea of staying boring is because you're interested in say be boring, because like when I said the idea that everybody's being the same is also to avoid larpers in your interest. Hold on, breathe. Man, I'm gonna say, yeah, I am an anime fan. I've been an anime fan since the dawn of my beginning of existence. You get me? Very long, yeah? But I have come to also realize that the decline of it is like immense. Like from back in the day, the way I fell in love with it, it's not the same like it is today. And this one from Japanese animation. You know I'm a Doha lover now. I've been on that Doha game, and I'll tell you, I'm gonna make a whole video about that later. But anyway, the thing is, when it comes to anime, yeah, it has decreased in quality and story. They are good stories, but it's very small. It's like a very small thing. Like actually niche. The actually good stories are niche, and the more popular stories are well like ass. Terrible, in my opinion. It's not even fun. Isekai is not even fun anymore. Like I can only name a few isekais that I personally enjoy, but in general the genre itself is not like it used to be, which is ass. And Japanese writing of is also like lame. Why is your protagonist always lame? Not even like the good kind. Like what? Anyway, I digress. You get me? I just want to say is the quality changed, and also the reason why the quality has changed is because of the mainstream audience. Like I say, the biggest mouths in the room have the most say. That's how it has always been in years. And the ones who, well, like me, have a bigger complaint won't be heard because of the biggest mouths. And the biggest mouths being people with a lot of influence, aka Logan Paul. I'm using him because he's like the great reference of LARPing and making prices more expensive than they are, just because he has a big name, which flippin' pisses me off. I'm trying to not swear as much, but like it really drags me on. Yeah, he should go suck his mom, because my word, how I am. Anyway, he is a big mouth, and I believe that if he continues this little trend, him and his little companions continue this trend, a lot of stories will be catered to his type of audience, aka idiots. They will cater to these people instead of actually catering to people who are more constructed on their show. You know, not more critique, but people who actually will appreciate actually well-written stories than ass. But because we're not illiterate individuals, or media literacy, our media literacy is not down the drain like some, you know, we could also criticize stories to make them better. The point of criticizing is to ensure that you learn something or see a mistake that you made to improve on it later on, so you don't do the same mistake twice. But also you got some bad criticism with no logical sense that people are just chatting chats. Besides that, yeah, I just want to say you got them type of individuals, and then of course your quality of animation will decrease, the quality of stories will decrease, because you are catering to an audience that doesn't really appreciate well, the story itself, or not as the story, but you as the individual who made the story. I'm just saying, you get me? And of course, companies also love this by anyway, I digress. What I also want to say is, by maintaining your story to keep it boring or as simple or whatever it may be, is it brings more of an individual characteristic about yourself. Because I am one who's also a boring person. No adventurous life. I think I've said this. If I haven't said it, I'm saying it. But like, I don't have much of an adventurous life, yeah? But I wouldn't say that me being the most interesting person. I know interesting things, you know what I mean? Like, for example, at the moment I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but I have notes on it. I'll check it out and I'll, paste it here. But like, besides that, dolphins are evil. Don't trust dolphins. I think we all know about this. Like, dolphins take puffer fish and like slap it around to get high. That is disgusting. Anyway, besides that, and they have other more sickly things. I think you should go do your own research on dolphins, but generally don't believe a dolphin, don't trust a dolphin, don't pet a dolphin. That's just me. I don't know about you, but that's just me. Oh, also, do you know Australia's sky changes when the weather is changing? Yeah, the sky becomes red when the weather changes, which is interesting, but also that's scary in a sense, and also like why you gotta be different so badly? Anyway, besides that, and like I said, I will say to myself, I'm a very interesting person, but outside I'm very uninterested, and I only gather people who find what I say interesting, which is a very small population, which also I think many people should do. Make your interest boring. The point is, just make your interest boring, because you avoid having fake individuals pop up in your face telling you this and that when they're incorrectly wrong, or worst part, they'll argue with you. Somebody who knows this information more will argue with you that you're wrong. Mind you, you know more than them, but they'll argue like you are wrong and they're right. To avoid all of that, I think doctors go through that a lot, actually. Lawyers and doctors. Yeah, damn, just imagine you being a doctor, Like, hold on, just imagine you being a doctor, and then you come to your patient and you say, I think you have, so I checked your scans, and I just found out that you do have an infection in your right liver. Surgery is not really much of an option. Surgery is not really needed, surgery is not really the option. You can just take some medication and sort it out. Bam, patient argues back and says, no, I don't have that. I know my body. I know I don't got that. I will not use your devil's medicine to heal me. The Lord will heal me. You get me? I'm just saying though, he does have an infection in his liver, but because he's so stubborn and thinking he knows better than the doctor, he'll argue. And I feel like that's a lot with other people. That people argue about your interest, something that you study for the love of the game. And also, if you do believe that your interest is stopping you from finding friends or lovers, it's not. You are the problem. But like generally, it's not. For example, I like to read. So if I want to be flirtatious, in a sense, I'll use the reading of the books that I've read as ways of communicating a little flirty. That's all I can say about it. And if I have, not even that, if I have a thing for research and I want to make different types of friends, I will use research points that I had and talk to people. That's how it is. I don't think people's interest stop them from finding friends. I think I'm diverting from the topic too many times, but I guess this is fine. But all I want to say, I think the low messages will help. What I want to say is, like I said earlier, don't change yourself to think you'll be more comfortable with the new version. Fuck, I messed it up. Just don't change yourself, okay? Don't change yourself. No, you'll be very uncomfortable being the person you are not. Simple as that, Change by changing a way that you are comfortable with. Change into somebody better than you were yesterday. That's the type of change you should be doing. But like changing your personality, changing traits about yourself just to appease to a certain demographic or certain people, that's bad. That shouldn't be a thing, yeah. Yeah. I think I got what I wanted to say out. Yes, was it all over the place? Probably. Actually, no, it was though. But hey, as long as you learn something from it. I don't even know what you learn, but I hope you learn something from this. Being boring is fine. Being boring is cool. Do you know why? Because that's who you are. Don't change who you are just to appease to people. Come on now. Hear me. I'm a boring person. I don't have that much adventurous life. And it's not a problem. I'm just highlighting the fact that it's okay. You know what I mean? Your hobbies is what makes who you are. Alright? Your interest is what makes you are. And of course, if your interest becomes really popular, you're gonna garner an audience that will not appreciate it as much as you will. You end up being that doctor who's arguing with the patient. Anyway, if you like the video, do give me a like. If you fucks with me, which you probably do, you can hit the subscribe and comment me your thoughts. Comment me what you thought about this. Comment me if you have experienced this, and probably let's have a discussion about this. Anyway, enjoy your days.